Hello everybody, I hope you are having a fabulous day. Today we have another apartment build. Now, in the past I've done apartment builds and I've like titled them as lofts, but this one is probably the most loft-like, I guess you could say, because it's like all one room. Even the bedroom is in the same room and everything, and you'll see I forget that about the existence of needing a bathroom, and then about like halfway through I realize, oh wait, those things exist and are needed, so I had to like fit one in. Not that it's too difficult, but yeah. So anyway, before we get too far, as always, the download links are in the description below, so feel free if you want to download them. Okay, so when it came to figuring out the colors of the wallpaper and everything, I put the half wall in because I wanted to divide up the bedroom area, but I wasn't sure what color to really paint the rest of the walls, and I don't remember. I don't remember if I end up going with this. I think I do, but I don't. It was just one of those days. Do you ever have those days where you're like inspired about certain things, and then there's something else, like something kind of inhibits that, and you're like, or like it ties into it, and you're not that inspired about that? That's what this was. I was inspired about the design, build, our layout and stuff, but I wasn't that inspired about like the wallpapers and the floors. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I like. I don't like anything. It was one of those days. And then I realized that, like, about now, I realized that the walls, the height of the walls is like, I think it's the full-size walls. And I couldn't understand at the beginning why the half wall wasn't like going all the way up to the ceiling, because the highest wall that they have will actually go like almost to the top, but not quite on the regular size, which is really nice. And honestly, that's what I wanted. But then I realized, oh, that's why it's not working. It's because the walls are super height. And I'm like, and so since in apartments you can't change that, I'm kind of just stuck here with what they give me. So, nah. But, you know, I tried to make it work and everything. So that's one thing I have found. Building my own stuff from scratch, I have a tendency to stick with the like base level, like base height walls, and like sometimes I'll go up one, but I rarely myself put in like the super height walls, mostly because I don't know what to do with the wall space. And it was just like, it was frustrating. There were a couple frustrating things about this build. It was like, okay, come on. Oh, and so here I really, really wanted to stick a bookcase in, like on top of one of the desks, but for some reason, whenever I tried to move things up, now I know this is an issue and I just have to go in and fix it, but I just didn't feel like fixing it, so I could have stopped recording and gone and fixed it. But anyway, when you hit the 9 key, sometimes it's keyed into different spots on the maps and everything, and for some reason mine got keyed up to something, and so I need to go in and fix that. So that's why. And see here, this is when I realized, oh, bathroom necessary. Because see here, my goal with this one was to make it so that there wasn't any issues downloading it, because I have learned, because what happened was my other 3 apartments, I did them all at once, like in one big recording session. And then afterwards, I realized that when you upload apartments to the gallery, you actually can't. You have to get rid of all of the doors and everything, so it's all one room, and so you actually upload a room instead of the apartment, which is really obnoxious, because I'm like, that I don't understand why you can't upload an apartment, because I don't understand. It doesn't make sense, because it's a house. It's just in a confined space. You just have to find the puzzle piece and put it where it goes. So that was really frustrating. So I found that out, and so now, forewarning, on the gallery, the door to the bathroom is, and that section of the wall is gone. You just need to put it in and then put wallpaper back on. So easy fix, but it's like, ugh. So that's why, like, doors don't really have any purpose in apartments unless you are taking screenshots. And so it was kind of like, well, just throw up a blank white door and boom, there you go, because it's going to be removed. So anyway, yeah. So here, just kind of like, kind of figuring out, because I've kind of figured out how everything works, and so just adding little details and everything. Um, I really, really like the little poof that came with, or ottoman, whatever you want to call it, poof ottoman. I really like that piece that came with the City Living. I think that's like my favorite because I love ottomans. They're so good, especially super big ones. Because I could go on, but I'm not going to bore you with my love of a single piece of furniture. So yeah, just adding lots of little details. Okay, so adding little details to this desk. There's a cheat that you can use to like clutter up the desks a little bit more evenly, or like customizable, instead of like in the middle of the desk. And it's coming up. I should be doing it fairly soon, but it took me a little bit to actually figure out how to get it to work. And I was like, why isn't this working? But then I realized, well, one, it's not working because you have move objects on. Two, it's not working because you have 3 desks smooshed together. So yeah, this is the insanity that was me attempting to decorate more. And then in the end, I couldn't actually find that many items I really wanted to put in there. And I was like, what? So I was kind of frustrated at myself. This was a frustrating build because, like, you wouldn't think it would be because it's a really short build, but it was like, okay, I have the idea, but like the detailed decorating, that was a really weird way to say that. The detailed decorating just wasn't there. I was like, I couldn't find items I wanted. I was like, there's got to be more items. Where are they? It was like running out of inspiration, like mid, like you're writing a book and you run out of your inspiration halfway through the story, and you're like, I cannot continue anymore because I don't know what I'm doing. And so it was just frustrating. There were multiple levels of frustration on this build. It was just like, okay, want something, and then so it was like kind of like power through. So it's one of those builds that, yeah, I like it. It's not necessarily my favorite build that I did, but I do like the concept of it. It might be something, maybe I'll probably go back and revisit this specific lot to rebuild a different apartment just for something else, and maybe when I have a little bit better, I don't know, creativity in mind. I don't know. But like even like the bathroom, it's like all white, and it's like, looking back now, it's like it's all white. Like at the time it was like whatever, but looking at it now, it's like there's nothing there. It's so boring. And yeah, it's just, and it's hard. It's also hard because it's a box, and boxes you would think perfectly, or I don't know if it's perfectly square, but square boxes you would think would be really easy to decorate. And sometimes they are, but sometimes it's really hard to decorate those because you don't have like nooks and crannies anywhere. You have big walls and that's it. And so things on the walls kind of have to flow together, instead of like with a house or something that has a lot of like jutting out walls and things. You can kind of hide things or put things in like holes and like nooks and crannies, instead of it being wide open and like boom. Especially with these massive walls, it's not my favorite thing. I need to pay more attention before I start building, so I know like, okay, these are how tall the walls are, dum. But you know, in the end it's usable, and it works. And I think my favorite part is probably the kitchen, because I really like that counter set. I really do. And I like that I was able to use like the other cabinet stuff, because normally I either forget about them or I don't have enough space in the kitchen. And so here are the screenshots. Oh, I do apologize. I forgot to take off the grid again. Like it's been a while and I've been doing really good, but it completely slipped my mind, and it was like, whoopsies. So yeah, so I'm going to leave you there, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you next time. Bye.